Hey everyone, and welcome back to the stream. Thanks for staying tuned in. I know it was a long wait, but we have so many more intense matches to come. Myself, Rivington III, alongside me, Freak, and we're from Riot Games. We're going to be bringing you some League of Legends action here in just a few minutes. Yeah, right, representing. And Dignitas versus Epic Gamer for our final matches. This best out of three already underway. We just watched one amazing back and forth match, our longest match of the weekend as well. Epic Gamer able to take it out over Dignitas on that one, their first loss of the weekend. So we'll see how that plays on their mentality. And coming into the next game, something I'd like to point out about last game is Dyrus was playing his trolly troll, as he said in his interview. He's like, I'm the biggest troll. And he really did. He went out with a Scion, hasn't been seen this weekend. He actually had the most gold gained that game, 22.9K, and 492 creep score, almost breaking the 500 mark. So an amazing game there played out by Dyrus. Just wanted to point that out as our highest gold value and creep score of the day, of the week.
Really impressive overall. And we're waiting for the second game to come up. Dignitas needs to win this game to stay alive. If they lose, they take second place, which really isn't bad. But who doesn't want to win? And right now, Epic is poised there, one game away.
Yeah.
The game was so close back and forth. And actually, one thing I want to point out, just, kind of going through the game, of course, there's an hour worth of that game, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But it seemed like one thing that really led to Epic's victory was two things. So one, they had a group of single target stunners. They had Taric plus Scion, and they're both, of course, armed with Flash.
Painful.
If there's ever a guy who was just sort of singled out, they had the ability to jump on him really well. They had the burst damage from Talon, Triple Bloodthirster. They had, of course, Scion and Taric with the point stuns.
Yep.
Caitlyn can ult. Every time Caitlyn was just like in the battle, she was like, I'm going to ult someone, and eventually something will happen. But they caught Trundle that one time at the very end, which got them Baron and the rest of the game. But the single target burst availability, if anyone was ever out of position, blow him up. But then also we saw from Trundle, again, he went for a bunch of these mid-tier items. His entire stack of items was a bunch of 2,000, 2,500 gold items throughout every single item slot. And he finally started selling for Warmogs at the end there. But he was actually rather frail, kind of like the Udyrs we saw before, where the Udyrs weren't 8-0. They were actually quite killable, and you would see teams go for them first. And honestly, Trundle didn't get really to that super beef position because his items were like, I got a Spirit Visage, it's a little bit of stuff on both sides. I got Wriggles is really not a lot of direct durability either, and that kind of went against him because he got blown up that one time when normally, when you're 15,000 gold deep into a build in an hour-long game, you should probably be close to unkillable on a tanky guy, and he actually wasn't quite. And I think he was kind of aiming that build towards a 45, maybe 35-minute game, which is much more normal to see. And then when he filled up his slots, he was like, oh, crud, I have to start selling, and I lose 30% of the gold I spent.
That's not a point in the game that a lot of people reach, and you can, even at this caliber, they're kind of just like, really? I mean, there's not much you can do. You had to get a Thornmail for Caitlyn if you want to do anything, but that's really kind of selling an item that would be better than Thornmail. You should just focus on getting her. So really, that's a big toss-up at the end of the game. Even for the pro players, as I said, for that change to happen, like, what should I sell?
Yep. Looks like Dignitas going to take blue team, and actually that was the same as before, right? They were blue team last time, and Epic seems happy to take last pick. Yep. So going to have the same positions for the teams again. They are starting to filter in. Dignitas has their full lineup here. Epic has Crumbs. They have 4 more to join, of course, and then they'll be ready to go, hopefully, and we will have an awesome game shortly underway.
Indeed. If they can come out with that again, it's not something that we really saw from Crumbs was able to take Talon and do exactly what Scarra did yesterday. These guys are just really playing at the highest level they have right now, leaving everything on the field. We could have one more match, or we could have 2 more matches if Dignitas can really change their mentality from last game. They didn't really falter or do anything too wrong. It was just the points that were capitalized by Epic were just a little bit bigger, and we're able to inch them by for those fights. They were both to their inhibitors. It was just a little bit stronger that every time Epic could take an inhibitor and do a little bit more, take an inhibitor and do a little bit more, and that really just tacked down onto Dignitas over time.
Yep. At the very beginning, even they were holding on the game as well. They had taken the first dragon. They won the first few team fights. I think, they had basically every single time. It was like Dyrus didn't low teleport. We're going to fight the dragon. Dyrus teleports. Someone dies. They win a team fight. They take dragon. Dyrus goes back top. Farms some more. And, they had the same thing from Scarra, but they basically would catch them more, like, they'd catch them quicker. Like, Scarra would ult almost a little bit late. Like, there was the one fight where, Scarra had actually, it was above Golem near Baron at the top left of the map, and Scarra actually ulted someone mid-fight. He ulted Ezreal, and I was like, he came in with Summoner Teleport and not That's strange to me, right? Like, he should come in with that shield on who's getting focused. They should have someone build
Right.
a bunch of resist and bait that. And I thought that should have been Trundle, but Trundle went, for a lot of plus health instead. And I thought that was kind of awkward, where normally you'd have Trundle basically be the chief initiator. He would get resists. He would basically go like, okay, maybe I'll go Trinity first, maybe not. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
But like Chain Vest, Negatron, push in. Have him get ulted by Shen. And that would be like the key initiator move, I think, that if they were to practice the strategy more, they would actually use that sort of combo because, the shield will scale with mitigation because the mitigation counts against that shield. And you could use that to jump into a fight. Trundle naturally runs fast with Contaminate on, puts that pillar down, stops the retreating. I think they had Sona, so Sona can haste him as well. And they can just like run in there and really, push on a guy and then have Shen just like, by the way, this guy's unkillable.
Yeah, and it's a really great thing, too, because you could see that, if he wanted to go in alone and it looked like Jat was by himself, when they initiate is when, Shen would come in, and then you see this team just come out of the fog of war, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. It's just such a good bait because Shen doesn't even have to be near you anywhere for that to occur.
Yeah, very much the case, but we are one person away from a full lineup from Epic. Dignitas has got their full lineup in here. They're ready to go. Scar, Cicero, Jat, Locust, and Cutie Pie. Epic has Crumbs, Dyrus, Dandin, and Nat Win, and we are, of course, missing Westrice, that star. Caitlyn player from the last game. There he has joined into the game now. And yeah, that quadra kill from Caitlyn, that is so much damage.
That was pretty big. That was, a game ender for them. Caitlyn was able to stay on the outside. Westrice the whole time, whenever he initiates into a fight with Caitlyn, the first thing he actually does is lay down a trap in front of him. And then his team tries to keep it close there. They were by blue, and he had just an L of traps. So if anybody even wanted to come near him, it would have been boom, boom, boom. And anybody would have been down with 1,700 a shot. So he plays very cautiously and doesn't really get himself into the fight and always leaves that Caliber net up, obviously, for the escape, which is just such good play. Always mindful of what's going on. And Westrice, even with that Akali mentality, the in and out, knowing that where he needs to be in his positioning is just really good.
We were in a champion select, but immediately prior to that, we did have Cutie Pie say, Dyrus, I strongly dislike you. And then someone said, say it to his face. Well, thankfully we're on land, so who knows? It's a possibility. But right now,
bans.
Immediate bans. Soraka, Heimer, Zilean already gotten.
Let's see what we got here. Heimerdinger going down there. They do not want to give that to Dandin. Zilean also down. Nobody wants to be brought back to life.
Talon
there
gone.
goes Talon as well. Looks like they will ban that out, so Skara does not get it as well. And we'll have to see if they pick 80 first, it's going to be Cutie Pie last to grab that. So they may grab something for him. They may want to get Caitlyn out of this game. I don't know. The junglers are still open. Lee Sin is still available. We have seen him used, and that game was actually lost after a weekend of all being permanently banned. Lee Sin now was allowed into one of the games by these teams, and he actually didn't fare too well. So really not somebody that they're focusing on. Which is quite surprising to a lot of people. Kog'Maw being the last ban there. Skara just started off for his team. Will it be his pick, or will he be choosing for his team?
Let's see. Well, the first pick is in Kog'Maw. Yeah, very, very similar bans to last time, although, interesting that, Epic was the team that actually got Talon last time, but they're like, actually, we're very afraid of Talon now, so... do not want to leave that first pick up to Scar. They're taking a long time. Akali's the grab, so it's going to see Akali for the first time since Dignitas 2-0'd CLG.
Ooh.
And they baited in with the Lee Sin.
Very nice.
Does Dan play a good Lee Sin?
We will have to see. Crumbs. Oh, wait. Whoa. There's a Pantheon.
Maybe they're okay.
Oh, Dyrus being Dyrus. You would love that, wouldn't you?
Ooh, Jax. Oh, Jax. Jax.
Wouldn't that be top lane, though, against the Skara, who's just going to be AP anyways? Not really something you can dodge. I mean, I guess that attack on the mark can be dodged, but you're really going to be blasted down by the AP.
They're going to grab Vayne and be okay with fighting Caitlyn Tarek, or the possibility of Caitlyn Tarek. That does leave them the ability to be shut down. So, also, Vayne has to be afraid of Akali. Akali can really jump her, so we're going to see what this lineup ends up being. But even if Akali does jump Vayne, you leave Jax in there as a big threat. So if all the damage up goes onto Vayne, Jax can crush faces, and he'll switch to Lee Sin. I know. But this can really pan out in a lot of ways. It could be a solo top Lee Sin. You never know. Epic was the team that had Double Lift, who did play lane Sin, so you never know.
Indeed.
Although that one didn't go that well.
Cicero and Jat.
Morgana's in there, too.
Yeah, she is. A really good pick for them right now. You have to see.
Raya's available. Udyr. Udyr's wow. Yeah, they really can sort of pick their who's who lineup right now.
They have a lot of choices. A lot were left open, but that also once they pick, they don't have the chance to get that again, and that's kind of what Epic did, grabbing Lee Sin there. Skara grabbed Akali first. I bet you they're quite happy about that. Dyrus locked in on that instantly. And a little slow here by Dignitas. They're definitely thinking this one out, seeing what kind of mind game that Epic may be playing. Jat feeling good with Trundle again. They like to be able to shut down that speed and close off a very huge ability and utility to get from Pillar, as well as Contaminate. He can get in there, initiate the fight, and slow him down. The Cicero picking up Sona for Locust.
Interesting. So a very similar lineup here. Of course, we have the Akali instead of the early Ryze, and what was the other mage pick? Solo top was Shen, so it was
Shen and
there's
Sion.
the Morgana. Okay. Of course, Heimer's banned, so no poke comp really here. But Morgana actually is really good at keeping Vayne safe. You combine the Lee Sin, shield and reveal with Morgana Black Shield blocking the primarily magic damage of Akali. They can keep Vayne alive throughout this comp. Nope, they're gonna switch right now to Taric.
Nope.
No, oh, there we go. Okay, I see. He's gonna grab Janna and still leave Morgana up. So yeah, now they have 3 shields right now able to be cast on Vayne. That can really counter comp Akali. And actually, I do like the idea of the Morgana. I think the Morgana is a strong choice here.
That is going to be really nice. We'll see who they really choose for middle here. The Cicero is going to have to get one of his, heavy-duty characters. Ryze could be pretty good. He is good with Ryze, but he has to keep that distance from Dark Binding. They both kind of have that ability to shut each other down. We'll have to see who can really do it. So maybe going
Caitlyn
for Ryze.
Here.
Oh yeah.
I expect Caitlyn because it's just a strong
Cutie
lane
Pie,
pick.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing Ezreal a lot as well, but they need basically Lo Cicero's champion, and they need Cutie Pie's champion. So let's see what they do here. This guy is going to be on Akali. Was a very dominant Akali.
Pretty good team comp so far. I mean, they got the crescendo from Sona. Ooh,
Brand.
nice.
Interesting.
I like it. We are going to see Brand this game, so it's going to be a Dan Din, not Dan Din, Morgana rather, versus a Brand in middle. Oh, Cassiopeia. All right. It's kind of...
and this is strange to me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Corki. No,
Oh.
it's Caitlyn. We did see Garen for a second. Cutie Pie trolling around. Yeah, Caitlyn. Okay, so they do have a couple of repeats here. Sona, Trundle, and Ryze were on the team last time. They've put themselves back there. Cutie Pie taking Caitlyn, as Epic did not grab it. That means though Akali has taken in instead of that Shen, so a different ninja being picked up by Skara. See how that plays out. And now the solo top pick, or possibly jungler pick, if they're going to have solo top Lee Sin.
Oh.
And it is actually, Dyrus is going to be lane Lee Sin. We're going to see the trades come out. Yep, Dan Din jungling with Gangplank. Not going to make Dyrus do it. Apparently they don't want him to reprise. No, they are going to make Dyrus do it. Dan is going to, well actually, to be fair, Dyrus could solo top Gangplank, and it could be jungle Lee Sin. So it could really go either way. We actually don't know right now.
Dyrus is getting his build now.
Yeah, Dyrus is looking the build up again, making sure he gets it right. Probably asking advice. Jungle pep talk. Yeah. Let's see. The lineups are pretty strong here. This is going to be interesting. I don't know who's the favorite at this point. A lot of good setups here. They've got really good buffs. I mean, Dyrus is going to give that bonus attack damage all 3 to himself and to Vayne and to Lee Sin. The Janna shield going to help Vayne quite a bit. Morgana shield going to help out whoever gets jumped by Akali. Yeah, this could go a lot of good ways. Good sustain here from the Dignitas team. They have Akali able to spell vamp. Jack gets basically that free lifesteal whenever anything dies. Locust, of course, with the heals. Cutie Pie. Not sure if he's going to go for a Bloodthirster or not, but we'll see what happens.
Indeed, that is a lot of shields. They're going to have to be very careful with placing those shields, though. It's going to cause them to stay together. They're going to be very, very careful of Locust ult. That crescendo coming out could really grab them all.
Yeah, true.
And it's just going to be a shutdown from Cutie Pie and Skara. So with that shield advantage that they have, they definitely have to realize what their positioning is and their distance when they're really focusing on someone to shield. So that could actually cause problems for them. But really, I think they know what they're doing. They're going to be able to come out solid on this one. As we see, the champions have been picked. We are going into game 2 here of this best out of 3, the grand finals going down. Dignitas versus Epic. Dignitas receiving their first loss on the map in a best of 3 by just last game. Epic also losing 1 match on the weekend. So let's see who is going to make it a 2-loss for either team and who's going to be coming out of this with the victory. It could be Epic's final game, and Dignitas could be bringing it to a 3rd.
See, I'm trying to figure out. I think Dignitas has a really strong lineup here. The shields work well. I'm just rooting for Dignitas at this point. I want them to win. I want them to bring it to game 3 because why wouldn't I? Such a great game. I'm actually shivering. It's freaking cold out here, but the action is heating up. That's right. Wow, that was bad. And let's see the lineups come on through. We have pretty much some mirrors. Actually, no Summoner Teleport for Scar. He's going Flash Ignite, which means Dyrus is going to be solo top as Gangplank Dan Din will be jungling Lee Sin, and that means it's going to be awesome stuff because, they're going to have, I think Gangplank versus Akali top is going to be an interesting lane. Although Lee Sin could take top instead and have Akali mid against Morgana. There's a lot of choices available here, but, it's again, we see a situation without a Summoner Teleport on one of the sides. No Shen ult this time is going to make that split pushing a bit harder. Actually, only Epic has the ability to split push because, of course, Dyrus can push top all game and just ult for his teammates. That Cannon Barrage could lend a lot of AoE slow advantage. That's going to stack well with the Morgana ult. It's going to stack well with just all the damage that this team has. Definitely a very offense-heavy team here. All of them are damage dealers. That support as Janna, of course, will help babysit, but even as a support, gains some bonus damage onto Westrice. Meanwhile, just full blitz offense here from Dignitas that Akali's going to jump in there, rise a lot of burst damage. Jat again playing Trundle. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be a really good game here. Westrice on that vein, loving it. He really sets himself up for some great tumbles. You're going to see him in lane creating a lot of that situation for his team. And we are into the game. The CVs to go down on either side, making sure they understand what builds are going on. If anybody's trying to go crazy, trying to go tricky here. But it looks like all regular builds. Lee Sin will be going into the jungle. And
Welcome
it's
to
going
the jungle!
Yeah, you just did that.
I did.
And we are going to have, it looks like everybody's just going down mid lane right now. They're going to set up so their jungle cannot be invaded. And, obviously hoping for that level 1 team fight. Everybody likes to see that.
Yep, indeed. So, once again, going to reprise the role of the let's cheer for your favorite teams. If you want the blue team, Dignitas, take this game, bring it to a game 3. Let me hear you guys cheer for Dignitas. And if you want Epic Gamer to 2-0 it and sweep this series and take first place right now, let me hear you guys.
Wow.
Not a lot of fans of the game 3. Fair enough. Okay. Yes, crowd, whatever you say.
Cutie Pie is kind of hanging out. No invasion here. They are going to go up top and try to come around. Oh, Cutie Pie, what you do? Oh, I think Crumbs has just saw that last one place, so they know that Cutie Pie may be around that corner. Are they really going to do this?
Oh, it's so trolly.
Oh, do it. I haven't seen this for a very long time if they stood there, but they would be losing a lot of XP in lane, so it looks like they will go. Oh, wow, they are going to go for this invasion here. They're standing very close. It looks like they're going to wait for the initiation on blue. No, they're not. And they're going to run right through. Vayne going up. Could give the team away, but no, she chooses not to. Oh, Westrice. Scar about to see the entire team. This could be an activation for the fight here. Initiation to come out. No, but they do know that at least 3 members of this Epic team are now in their jungle. You're seeing that Dignitas has to absolutely push out here, and they're not even on the blue side. Unfortunate for them. Vayne is actually going to back out. Wow, they are going to leave this alone. Trolly McTrollerson. Looks like they're going to head out of here. Everybody's actually backing.
It'll just take a Clairvoyance, though. Locust's CV still 70 seconds away, but the Clairvoyance will reveal that jungle pattern is going to be fine. Of course, Jat's going to take down these camps, and he's not really going to get pushed back that far because, again, not a big deal. Oh, wow, he's going for the initial harass on Mascara, actually, going to make him chug through health potions. Very interesting to see that build. Wow, Dyrus going full gold per 10 style, opening up with a regrowth pendant. He's going to just stack himself some gold, get that Philo Stone. Dan Din, fast red, actually. Going to use that to gank pretty early on. Could be quite good here. Might go for the fast kill on Ascara. And that might be why Dyrus is spamming on Ascara, actually, is to make him lose health, chug potions, and then have Dan gank early on.
That is a lot of damage he's taking right now. I think Dyrus may have set himself up with a different rune page. He did get that parlay first. And we're going to see if he can continue to do this damage to Scar. Like you said, chugging potions, that's really not going to help him. He did have 3 on him, so that's 600 health he's going to be able to gain in lane. He's only chugged 1 right now over 20 seconds. That'll give him 200. It looks like Dan Din has made his way to the top here. He went for red, and then he went for golems. That's the fast gank, and it looks like he is going to do exactly that. The first 2 waves, he has his second ability, possibly the shield. Let's see what he chose to get, and he did get Tempest. Smart. Yep. Tempest to come in here. Can he make it happen? No, the traps.
That's
oh, unfortunate.
So good.
Yep.
He's like, you know the only place Lee Sin ever ganks? There. Oh, look, Scar is safe.
Very nice
played.
job. Well thought out. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even see that coming. It just, I figured it would play a role later, but not the role of a first ward gank. That was awesome.
That's just smart. Like that's up Dignitas. That was a good move.
Wizard clap.
Yeah, sorry, Wizard.
Wizard clap on the wrist.
Indeed,
Looks like a pretty big push here. Yeah, down bottom. Westrice forced to chug potions as well. Kind of an advantage you have, with a Sona in lane, that permanent healer. Janna can only heal with her ultimate. She's really more of that utility to add damage and help you shield up there. As you can see, that's going to give Vayne a little bit more damage. Actually put her up 14 damage.
Darius coming down, try to stop Jat. No, he's actually in recall. He probably could go into stop Jat, honestly. But will not be the case. Jat's going to stay on this. Now he's going to just go. Okay, whatever. Darius trolling me. Don't know what's going on. Westrice chugging those potions. Going to be okay. Dan's coming down. It's been warded, though. So they know to be safe. And you just see him run all the way there, Scourge.
Dan knows. He's like, I'm not going to waste time here.
Yeah.
Heading back into the jungle. Crumb's getting back into lane. It looks like he's grabbed himself. I believe he's going to be getting that Sapphire Crystal. Probably going for Rod of Ages and that ward for
Very
himself.
likely.
Go up top. It looks like, he's able to push Skara back. It's actually, Skara's in a really good place right now. He's right next to his turret, but the minions are not going in. Absolutely safe Farmville. And he's just going to be able to do that right now.
Nice. He's taking the lessons from Hotshot GG, apparently. Them Facebook games.
Dan Din double buffing it up. Looks like he's going to back. Yeah, should be able to grab that Wriggles. He's been in the jungle for quite some time. Let's see his gold. Yeah, 631. Actually, he needs 700, but he does have the cloth armor. Should be able to finish at least, though. He goes for the Vampiric Scepter, so he's going to wait for the Madrids, get the health back so he can sustain there, and just go for the Wriggles when he gets back next time.
Yep. I'm surprised he didn't give blue to Morgana. Honestly, Lee Sin does not need blue to jungle at all. Doesn't really help much. And Morgana could, just like spam W all day and make Losi, hate life at his turret. And certainly Ryze can last hit a turret pretty well, but still, that extra pressure is just useful. You get your black shield up sooner. You can kind of kite away from Jat, get the extra Qs, but. There you go, you see Crumbs still last hitting, using that puddle, killing these ranged minions, doing an okay job.
Let's see if Dan Din goes for the same role here again. He just got his red. Could go up top again for the gank. No, Wakali has backed. Skara will be purchasing some items. He has gone for himself. Those 2 tomes, going for the revolver quick, the gunblade later. Obviously, we've seen that. It's really helped Skara ridiculously in these games, keeping him like 50, 100 health alive when you just thought he was going to go down. So we're definitely going to see some great things from him in the upcoming minutes of the game. Mid to late game mostly, so we'll definitely look for that up top. We have Dyrus. Dyrus still just with the Regrowth Pendant, has not backed yet. Could have used that time, but he saw the minion wave being pushed into his turret. Really not an ideal time for him to back. All the lanes just really going through the farming phase right now. Cutie Pie starting to take a lot of damage. Might have been out of position there for a condemn from Westrice, but more advantage you can get on that, definitely better if they can push that lane out. They are getting pretty harassed here.
Yes, indeed. And he's last hitting. He's actually saving his mana because he's concerned about getting ganked, and he wants to be able to use those oranges to break those crowd controls. But here you can see using Parlay once in a while, keeping a decent mana bar, actually, enough that he can haste himself, eat oranges, and get out. Because, hey, the mana's not going anywhere. He can always use it and last hit right before he recalls, and he's just mostly last hitting with his sword.
Dan Din making a quick appearance. Everybody looks to get out a little unscathed. Quick heal from Sona puts Cutie Pie back up to 100. And it looks like he will be forced to back. Dan Din probably grabbing that Wriggles as he made his way through the jungle. We got Trundle going on to his wolf camp right now, and they're all just pretty much milling about, doing the exact thing they need to do right now. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nobody's really trying to over-initiate or overextend. So everybody's playing very cautious. They really know this game either ends it for Dignitas or, the huge win for Epic. So they're leaving nothing to chance.
See Dyrus still about. There we go, voice working. Ryze, Morgana in mid. Sixes on both sides. Lee Sin kind of nearby to top, and there's no ward coverage. And I mean, Lee Sin is the one champion who can really gank an Akali, so he's milling about towards the bottom. Skara's sitting in the brush. He's gonna be careful. Morgana fighting against Ryze, taking a lot of damage on a half health.
Oh, wow.
Lee Sin coming up. He's gonna spot Scar. Oh, nice flash from Scar. That was really, really good. Baited Dan, basically, and exactly the time that stealth would have ended. Flashed out, got very far away.
Really nice job. Looks like they have placed a ward down, letting him know that No, I can actually see around that edge. I was going to say that ward's a little off, but no, he did get it down. It's kind of giving them the vision they need. And it looks like they will be able to start dragging here. Janna coming around, definitely going to throw out some Hurricane here. Get it past. No, they are not going to contest this, especially with 4 members around it. It looks like it condemned into the wall is Cutie Pie. He has 2 silver bolts on him, and he gets out of that one quick, not wanting to take the third one. I believe we also just had a teleport wasted. Somebody came in on that teleport, and it looks like that was Dyrus, rather.
Yep, he burned it and canceled it. 180-second cooldown when you cancel that. So he's still got 3 minutes to wait. But yeah, no push in from Epic at all. They got a free dragon. They did lose, looks like 1, 2, 3 flashes, although Scar might have used his earlier. Oh, he did use his earlier. So they used 2 flashes, but got a dragon. I think that's a good trade. I'll use 2 flashes for a dragon. That sounds pretty decent. Dyrus back up top does have his own flash up. Scar does have Ignite as well. A little pressure in there. Dyrus has oh wow, fast Warmogs. Not going Philo Stone, but actually going for fast Warmogs. Does have the giant belt.
Going for that Atmos again.
Yep.
Dandin going back for the red. Looks like Jat will return to his jungle. That Madrid's looking for the Wriggles as well. Is the Wriggles completed on Lee Sin? No, it's not. He does not even have the Madrid. So Jat's going to be moving around the jungle a lot faster. Potential to do that next dragon. I believe it had to be on 8:30 now. So we're going to see that 14:30 possibly coming up. We'll see everybody on the map start to shift towards that dragon area at 14 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like actually Dignitas doing a great job this game. They've gotten the first dragon uncontested. Their jungler seems to be faster. The lanes are pretty good on both sides. 77 minions for Morgana is strong, but only 44 for Vayne. It's only 50 for Caitlyn, so I'm surprised to see how low the AD lanes are in terms of minion kills.
Yeah, they've been getting a lot of harass. Lee Sin has came down a few times. I know that Trundle made an appearance down there once, and no kills yet. First blood has not been taken. We are just cresting 10 minutes into the game here. No turrets are really taking any damage. It's all about the minions right now, and it looks like Akali may be caught off guard. Jack coming up here. No, great shield to Dyrus to get himself out of that position quite quickly. The ultimate from Trundle has been used. Not really too much of a punish towards him. He doesn't really need to use it anytime soon. Going for his blue. May give this to Rise in the middle, taking out a little damage on Morgana there. And yep, the Cicero will head over, grab blue. And they do have the CV right there. So good read by Epic.
Yep, and they're going to take this, just staying as Gangplank. Going to do some good job with that. Apparently he liked playing Gangplank the first time. Thought it was good for the team. I guess they'll just continue that one for now. Let's see. Yep, Dyrus going to kill another minion. Has you to last a little bit. So it looks like bottom lane is just continually pushed. Epic up against their turret all day, and of course they have some good wards. So I guess they're doing all right.
Trundle getting the pillar onto Crumbs. He won't really do much. He's just gonna be slow. He's actually walking around it. Quick Q from Cicero. Wow, good push here. No damage taken by either. They're really in the face of each other though down bottom lane. You can see how much damage has been focused on the turret though. 2,500 initial health down to 559. So they're really banging on that turret. Nice job there. It's going to be 150 global gold when they get it. Some items may be able to be finished, and that's a quick edge you would need over your team before 15 minutes in the game for sure.
Yeah, and see Dyrus still just solo top. He's got the level advantage over Scar for what that one's worth, but still up against his turret. And actually, it's constant. Epic just is up against their turrets the entire time, and that has helped them get Dragon that one time because they were on the back foot there. They're still pressuring through. Akali in good shape, and you look at the gold, and you know it's 13-6 to 12-5. The Dragon's really the only difference between these two teams. The farms are pretty equivalent. Certainly Akali rather rich at 3,100, has 1,300 in the bank right now, but Dyrus doing the best he can to get his gold back up. He's got rank 5 in Parlay. It's gonna give him some nice income.
Looks like Dandin trying to creep up here. Can he get the Q off? Cutie Pie dodges just to the side. Very nice there. Dandin actually shielding a minion to move that amount of ground, and then the Q would have moved him at least 1,000 to 1,200 range in the initial attack. So that would have been amazing from him to initiate. No go though. Looks like he went back. He's going to go blue pill back to base. Akali has also left there. Looks like he is Scar is going to play some wards on his way back to his lane, getting that vision started up from Dignitas' side. You can already see the purple wards from Epic all around the map. Dignitas 1, 2, 3 as well. So both teams really doing themselves favors by getting those wards down.
Yeah, so far everyone is pretty safe. 0 actually kills on the map. Very safe play. Jungler's not able to penetrate those ward walls. Dandin does have Wriggles now, finally. Jat, of course, the same, and seems to head in items as well. He's got that magic resist. Now let us see what they can do. Locust Cutie Pie still farming the bot lane. Very, very safe lane. Cutie Pie with a lot of range and escapability. Locust, of course, full sustain right there. Does have the Philosopher's Stone. It's going to help a little bit as well. There's a little bit low on mana. Dandin coming by. He's going to jump to a minion. They will Q. That's a little bit of a slow. Can he land the Q? Almost. Skara will cloak. But the E's going to go off a little bit more. Reveal slow damage, but going to be all right. Skara getting closer to Gunblade, actually. Already has the pickaxe. Not far away.
Morgana rolling through the jungle right now. Maybe she picked up Wraiths, there. I didn't see it.
Yeah, just did that now.
Right on.
Going
Looks
for
like
Rod of
they're
Ages
going
as well.
Tormented Soil back there. Yes, she is going to go for that Rod of Ages. That'll allow her to get AP and health over time. Quite a nice item, especially for somebody like Morgana with the black shield that just allows her to be more tanky for AP damage.
Darius gets back to base, and will he have enough for Warmogs? He does. So let's see what he ends up getting from this build. He's got it at 13, almost 14 minutes, so it's going to start stacking. And he's going to TP into a fight, so let's see what ends up happening here.
They did go down bottom, that ward right in the bush. They did see him TP in there. The CV also goes down. It looks like a lot of the Epic team has now focused on this bottom lane. Nobody is top whatsoever. It looks like everybody's starting to come down. You could see our first dragon fight, or second dragon fight rather, here. It is that 14-minute mark where I said they would all be shifting down towards this area, and here we go. The fight to be baited. Who is going to initiate this one? Or, you know, we may even see him walk away. Jack getting caught there, gets the Q. Lee Sin could choose to go over the wall, but it's just too much. The crescendo would be right there. Good choice by him, but it looks like Crumbs gets absolutely caught off guard. They catch Dyrus as well in the crescendo. Great job by Nat coming in there with the ultimate. Monsoon pushing everybody back. They jump onto the Cicero and take him down. Danton, some huge damage coming out. Jat's still alive, continuing to pierce that damage to Dyrus. Focusing on to Dyrus. Does he have an orange left to keep himself alive? The attack and the power chord from Locust to finish it off. Very nice job. Danton also falls under the turret. Skara able to ultimate out the Zephyr on, but he cannot chase him. Nat with not enough speed, and it looks like this will be a dragon in an amazing 3-kill fight coming out of the hands of Dignitas.
Yeah, good job. 3 came in right there. Losi did fall, but that was all right because they got 3 and a dragon again. So Dignitas definitely controlling this game. Epic was the team that... Oh, Westrise might get Skara. It's going to be close. Ignite goes off. There's his shield. Janna's still there. Knocks up Cutie Pie. Oh, that one's going to hurt. Flash in. And
wow.
Gets it.
Perseverance. Absolutely pushing through. Waste a flash for a kill. I would any day. It's not a waste then. So yeah. Cutie Pie coming up with a great kill there. Nice job on that previous fight. The dragon will be up at, I believe it was 21:30.
That's about right, yeah. So that's going to be the next respawn, roughly. Yeah, going to try to keep this turret alive, but it's so incredibly low. I think, yeah, they would love to press this down, but it won't die to minions alone. But the turret is, of course, very, very low, so it won't be long before they do finally choose to get that one. Mostly going to get a blue buff for himself. That's going to be awesome. Rise a lot of mana right now. Got the Tear of the Goddess and the Catalyst.
Oh, Dyrus farm in here already has like a 15-minute Warmogs going on. Very nice build there. You can see Caitlyn is actually going for the Infinity Edge and not the Bloodthirster. Pretty expensive build, but she will be getting the damage that she wants as soon as she gets that Infinity Edge and those headshot procs that come out. We saw the damage last game that Westrise was doing. He's trying to double that as well.
Yeah, well, the late game damage of Vayne is very high. You can see that start, piling up before long. Actually, Westrise has a different build this time. Maxing Condemn and now going for Tumble and leaving Silver Bolts at 1. I think that's new. We've not seen that normally before. But without a giant health tank champion, I understand why that's the case. What's up?
Lee Sin had the tag on the blue golem, and they put down Tormented Soil, and it just walked right out of the Tormented Soil. So Dandan had to walk back into it, and it just faded away. It was actually pretty comical. Here we go. Dyrus taking some damage. There goes the turret. That long-range poke from Cutie Pie, able to take it down in a mere matter of shots. 150 gold globally to the team. Very nice from Dignitas. They have picked up 2 dragons for 380 gold, as well as that 150 right there. They're sitting very nicely on global gold, and the items that they are creating are really coming up faster. Akali with a gunblade as well under her belt.
Yep, Dyrus still farming up that gold as best he can. Losi going to hit him a little bit. Dyrus going for the gold. All right here. Carly coming out. Akali, though, invading into the jungle, has the gunblade as well. Oh, Morgana just misses. Will block some of that damage. Westrise pushes him with the ult. Doesn't chase through. Lee Sin's there. They could jump in. He almost lands on Skara. See Kate heading towards the bottom. Dandin's still chasing, though. They're going to keep going for this.
She does not have that finished Infinity Edge. This could be a pretty good fight, but he's going to turn around. He's like, wow, Sona had that up, did a lot more damage than I thought she was going to, doubling up for that. So that's something you really get caught off guard with Sona. You're like, oh, I can take another Q. Oh, wait, double damage. That kind of hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Darius had his ultimate up. They could have used that for the slow, but they've chosen not to. I don't think Darius actually ulted yet this game. Was he getting another turret? That's 2 turrets to 0, I believe. Dignitas quite in the lead now, 6,000 gold up. Well, more like 5.3, but 25.2k to 19.8. Definitely dominating this game right now, doing a very, very good job.
Yeah, absolute switch around from what was happening last time. Oh, wow, Crumbs taking a lot of damage in middle. Can the Cicero find him? Flashes in, gets the Rune Prism down, and enough Qs. Akali to dive into that one with the attack. Punched in the mouth with her foot right there. Great job. Double kill for Akali. Scar coming up big. Double buff out of that one. And it looks like he will continue on here to wreak havoc. I know he's heading out of the jungle, actually. They're going to just take down this turret. Very smart idea. It looks like he was going to clear out some resource in the jungle. But he's like, yeah, I'll take some global gold. Gangplank, ulti. No real problem there. So much damage, they were just able to walk right out of it and take that turret.
Yeah, good kill from Morgana on the Jat, so I missed that one. Seemed to duel in there. But then, yeah, there's a great comeback by Losi and by Skara. Rise and Akali definitely dominating this game. And it looks like just Dignitas is a return to form here. The same dominant play they had against CLG seems to be back here, and they're pretty much crushing this game now. They were, you know, kind of back and forth with Epic the first game, but they're really on their game right now. They've timed their dragons. They've gotten all of those. They've gotten their team fights correctly. They've chosen the right targets. They've killed them. They've actually picked off enemy champions quite well. It's going really well for them.
Westrice just farming out that last minion wave. Could push out with it. Looks like he will head into the jungle with Morgana. Maybe to go bottom lane and do a little. He's just going to grab these minions. Thanks. And head out of there. Akali backing in mid. Looks like Ryan's going to head back in. Akali actually grabbing a needlessly large rod when usually you think a little bit of sustainability, but we'll have to see how that plays into Skara's hands. I don't think he was going for rod earlier in the games, but he may be switching it up due to the durability of his team. Trundle being in there initiating the fight and being able to get in and out with that shroud.
Yeah, Gunblade Deathcap seems to be Skara's favorite Akali build. Did run that against CLG. We don't see that normally on Akali's. Not that I necessarily know all Akali builds ever, but at least seems unique from the games I've seen, but who knows. Yeah, just killing off minions quite successfully using that E, helps him last hit, and bam, dead minions. So a lot of gold income there. Dyrus still farming, is getting closer. Yeah, he's just the recipe away from Atmos, and if you look at his gold, he's 400, 500 gold short of that. So he'll get it soon. Still farming, of course.
Almost have a focus there. They did throw down a ward.
That could die.
Yeah,
that's a wise choice for the flash there.
Quite close. That would have been some big damage, especially if Cutie Pie got off a Q and the hit. Get the ulti down. Nobody was there to block it. Nat would have the shield, but that would have been pretty painful for him. They're going to get some few shots on the turret. Tormented Soil goes down to take out the last of the minions. They get a little bit of push out of Jat in middle here. They're doing a great job of keeping it divided up in the lanes. And we have Dyrus up top, though, just chilling, doing what he does. Actually, probably farmed up that Warmock's pretty good. Yeah, 274.5 extra health for him. And he's should be able to take... should be able to take this turret. He's got a good minion wave. Yep, probably could raise morale for himself, but he's not gonna. Yep. Oh, he actually already did. That is on cooldown. Proving me wrong. Yep,
they will trade turrets here. Dignitas doing a good job pushing the right-hand side. Of course, Dyrus are getting an easy one. It's those inner turrets that are the difficult ones, so it's still a good trade for Dignitas. Dyrus will finally pick that one up. Just still stacking up. The ult goes down. There was a team fight in the middle of the map, and here we go. The dance comes off. Westrice already at half health, flashing out of the way. Looks like Epic Crumb's going to pick up the first kill of the fight, but they're going to lose Nat win. Westrice still low, and now Dyrus in the middle has teleported in. Let's see if they can pick up Crumbs. Crumbs will go down. Nice job below Cicero. Looks like Dandin there trying to get some damage, but getting picked up pretty strongly. Westrice, oh, that's one! Losi's gonna pick up another! And there's the root. Dyrus gonna eat some oranges and try to keep running. Wow, 4 kills picked up for Dignitas. Nice job there. 10-4, up 10,000 gold.
Nice
They're gonna keep pushing.
By the Cicero. Triple kill on that fight. He was able to take down 3 for himself. That's some great money for Singe to get right there. Looks like they are gonna be able to take down this turret. 15 seconds on the longest spawn. They did just get Janna back up, so she's gonna be able to get out there with Gangplank. Nat Nguyen trying to throw down one of those hurricanes and at least pop them up, stop the damage that they're doing to the turret, but no, going to simply take that one, get an ult on the shield, and he's going to throw it down. Great job. right towards the inhibitor. They didn't even give an inch. They weren't worried about Dyrus there. They're going to back off, clear out that blue, go ahead and push mid lane up a little bit. It looks like Skara is going to push top lane as well, do a little bit of split pushing.
Yep, and they actually see blue on the way out. They're not going to go for it. They are afraid of the full revive.
Smart move, yeah.
Yeah. And look, Dan's already there. The rest of the team coming down. Dragon is gone right now. Akali already made it to top. Is rising. Let's see. Gonna wait for that E again. Gonna last hit some minions. Oh, that gold income. There we go. Gonna keep going for the blue. It's gonna be Crumbs. Pretty easy there. Rod of Ages is stacking up. A couple more minutes to go till that's full. Let's see, Dyrus making his way back towards top. Does have Atmas now, so he's going to start scaling into this game. He did not have it for the last fight. I don't believe he had time to recall. So we're going to have a slightly more powerful Dyrus from now on. He did get the 1 assist, so it's going to give him some more stacks as well on the War Mugs. You can see 382, getting up there. Has 2,900 health. It's going to be a big deal. Dan Din, you can see, hasn't really completed any major items. Only 1,500 health on him. He's actually quite squishy. Not doing too terribly great right now.
Now hopefully he can get some items. Going to check out his gold right now. He's only sitting on 300 gold, 4,400 in all. You know, he's been in lane quite a bit. The kills weren't happening for him. Maybe too many. He's 1-3-1. A kill for that assist on the other side probably would have helped, but right now just not getting the chances he needs. Nat going down at just a sliver of health. Support v support. It looks like Locust came out on top of that one with a little bit of help of his team. And they are going to be pushing through here. Dignitas playing a absolutely different game than the first one, not giving Epic a chance to breathe in this, and they are just taking it to them right now. Siege Minion taking a few turret shots. They won't be able to get too much more on. Oh, it was quite an extended range there. A very nice job on the Dark Binding to throw out some damage, and they're going to go ahead and just continue to push these lanes. You can see how far top is pushed up from when Skara was up there a few minutes ago, just helping that minion wave get up there. And this is what that facilitates. They're going to be able to take another turret because of what he was thinking of, 3 minutes ago.
Yep, Dignitas makes it up to the turret. That's a nice job. They've gotten now 7 turrets on the map. Of course, one of those being an inhibitor. And they're still pushing on through. They're definitely controlling this game right now. 12,000 gold to the lead. Significant advantage here. And they are just not giving up anything here. Just killing minions in the jungle. Controlling the buffs for the most part. Yeah, and they're just ahead right now. This is pretty massive.
And Dignitas really falling right into their line of gameplay. This is what we saw from them before, just a dominating game. They have lost a turret, but they are keeping that one is the only one lost. So they're really getting back to their lanes. They're keeping them pushed. You can see top lane is going to have another wave that's going to bash right into that, probably get into the inhibitor turret. So if they're at all in the face of Epic within the next 30, 40 seconds, and yes, it looks like they will be. They're going to head straight up top. They have all 5 members, and they're going to be heading for Baron right now.
That's scary. We have Westridge farming away. Oh, Nat wins over there. This is bad for them. They can catch the Trundle Pillar. We'll knock her back. Q goes off. Hits Sona in the face.
Right over the shoulder, Jack.
Into the slow. Gonna be all right. And now the team is regrouping, of course. Westridge farming. Trying to get that Thirster stacked only at 5. And, oh, yep. Dignitas going for it. Do they have vision? They do. They know it's been started. That vision will end here. And they're going to move on over. It's already down to half health. Wow, this is such a great start. Dyrus going to get it. He will not steal, but they're going to keep going in for the fight. Looks like Dyrus gets the kill onto Skara. Cicero is low on health as well. It's kind of going back and forth. Locust kills Crumbs. Now Dan Din not in great shape, and another couple of kills there. 3 picked up just for the kill on Skara. Nat and Westrice not in happy places. Cicero still chasing through. Of course, Sona can keep casting that Song of Celerity. Only 1 rank, but still, if it can move them fast enough.
Locust is on a rampage, BTW.
Locust is on a rampage. 4-0. Most kills on the team as Sona. Woo!
Oh, look at all that ward placement. Locust throwing down 5 wards right in the base by the inhibitor. Awesome defensive ward wall right there.
It's pretty smart. I like it. Make sure that they can see them come across. Whoa, Nat Win about to get a ton of gold though, if you can last hit those wards. They're not doing it. Maybe this was bait. Okay, they're gonna get the inhibitor down. Okay, Nat, you got a bunch of gold there. Come on, give it to your team.
What do you mean bait? I use cooldown on wards.
Come on, they're right there, man. Look at this gold income. Look at this. Oh, they're rich now. Whoa, 25 gold. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's getting
So they're
Bloodthirster
probably like, what is this? As Nat
getting-
walks by him.
So he's getting Bloodthirster stacks off of that. Of course, they're 3 inhibs down and have lost Baron. It's not like they're losing by any means, but I mean, giving those Bloodthirster stacks, I'm gonna laugh, by the way, if they win a team fight and West Rice has like 12 health left, and it's like all the Bloodthirster stacks that the wards gave. I'm gonna pretty much at that point, Locust is fired. But you know, he's so rich.
Looks like Akali's going to be taking out Dragon all by himself. Scar is going to be doing some good damage there, not even really taking any damage. That Revolver really, or actually Gunblade rather, really bringing him back up to HP. And they're going to be able to grab that. So I'm going to stick on it for a second just so I can give you the timer. It looks like not too much is going on. It's going to be 34:05-ish.
Yep, that's the one.
And we're going to see pushing through the jungle here with Baron. They're looking to, actually, it's only Trundle Rise. Skara has lost that Baron heading down. And we do still see it on Locust and Cutie Pie, so they have a lot of Baron to be used. It has, yeah, just about over half. So they still have some time to work with this, probably 1 minute and 30 seconds. And we'll have to see if they can get another inhibitor, another turret. They are going for this inhibitor top, or bottom lane rather. And they will start to do some damage to it. Akali coming in from the left side. They do have some siege minions here, Freak. Could be a big fight for Dignitas here.
Yeah, giant fight coming in. West Rice getting caught completely.
Wow.
Drops down to Scar. Now Dyrus in the front. Den nearby. Dyrus going to shoot out a little bit. Low C taking a little bit of damage, but Fantasy's Veil blocks that Lee Sin Q. They're pushing now. They have Super Minions on the way. This is not looking good at all for Epic. Super Minions freaking everywhere right now. Crumb's not going to be able to do much here. Still pushing through onto the turrets, and Dignitas will take a very convincing game 2.
Wow.
That's going to be it. Yeah, that's a dead next. Nice job there to Dignitas. 1-1 in the series. There's one game left to decide the winner. IPL 3 Origins, League of Legends, Dignitas and Epic, moving on to Game 3.
Absolutely. True show of play right there, and Dignitas and what they've been talked about all weekend. It built up to that game we just saw was an hour long before this. Now this game a mere 29 minutes. You know, they were really able to just run that through the way they wanted to. Their strats were coming out perfectly. They had, you know, the dragon control actually went back and forth, but they were still able to, as we've been saying, capitalize on those team fights. Even though they were low, they could still continue to go for turrets. And after the team fights, they were getting the global gold, which really ramped everything up for them.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out actually is also the amount of teamwork that is on the Dignitas squad.
Yeah.
So they 15 kills, but let's look at the kill plus assists. So Jat, 1 kill, 11 assists, part of 12 kills. Cicero, 3 kills, 8 assists, part of 11 kills. Skara, 4 kills, 6 assists, part of 10. Locust, 4, 0, and 8, part of 12 kills. And Cutie Pie, 3, 0, and 9, part of 12 kills. So most of them are in 3/4 of the kills or more. It just, you know, really good presence there, helping the team out so much. Whereas you look over at you know, the Epic squad, of course, only 5 kills, but you know, most of them getting 2 to 3, even 4 in the case of Crumbs on the killer assist. So they're in about, you know, 2/3 of the kills on both sides. So most of them are, you know, really helping their team out here. But it seems like the play from Dignitas is actually is almost kind of a counter comp, because you look at West Rice, you know, Vayne, very much a late game champion. Morgana, you know, AP carry with some support tags there, you know, great scaling throughout the game. Gangplank going Atmogs, you know, means that you're not even going to be doing anything until 25 minutes in when he finally gets the Atmos. You saw, you know, Lee Sin not have a great start. Only 5.5 thousand gold. You look at the enemy jungler, Trundle, 9.5 thousand gold, almost twice as rich. So, you know, a great counter comp here from Dignitas. Really pushed through and took an early victory. And they're going to have to decide in Game 3 what strategies are going to prevail and which team can take the tournament. Right now we're going to get a commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.